There are some places in this world that look completely ordinary at first glance. Trees, roads, houses, people. Everything looks normal. But the truth is, inside these places, another world also exists. A world that we cannot see, but we can definitely feel. Mumbai, a city that never stops. But amidst the speed of this city, there stands a forest, one that changes its breath as soon as night falls. Today, we are going to hear the story of a place where even the air feels strange, where the shadows of trees speak differently, and where sometimes a person is not really alone. Friends, today's story is about Aarey Colony, Mumbai, a city that never sleeps, a city whose glamour, brightness, and endless movement make it one of the most vibrant metropolises in the world. But right in the heart of this metropolis, on its western edge, lies a place that stands far away from all this glitter. A place where time seems frozen, where old secrets and untold tales float in the air. This place is Aarey Colony in Goregaon. From the outside, it appears to be just a green forest, a picnic spot. But anyone who looks beneath the surface knows that Aarey is not just a cluster of trees. It is a silent witness. A witness that has seen so much over time that even its silence feels like a scream. This is a place where the purity of nature mixes with an invisible fear. Today, we take you into those deep and dark corners of Aarey Colony, from where those who return always carry a question in their eyes. Its story began in the 1940s. Back then, Mumbai was called Bombay, and the growing population needed land to live. The Bombay Municipal Corporation acquired a huge forested area near Goregaon. It was named the Aarey Milk Colony. Dairy farms, milk booths, and quarters for employees were built here. But before all this construction, whose land was this? This land originally belonged to the Warli and Koli tribal communities. For centuries, they had lived in harmony with this forest. Their culture, their gods, their rituals, everything was tied to this land. When development began here, their world changed forever. It is said that when you shake someone's roots, their soul lingers behind. Something similar happened with Aarey. Elders say that the memories, anger, and hopes of the tribals who were displaced became part of the soil. Perhaps this was the first chapter that laid the foundation of Aarey's mystery. Slowly, Aarey Colony became the lungs of Mumbai. Nearly 5 lakh trees grew here, many centuries old. Several species of wild animals made this place their home. But this land also became a battlefield between nature and development. And where such battles take place, not only human conflicts rise, something else, something deeper, something invisible awakens too. The geography of Aarey Colony itself is strange. A dense forest suddenly appears right in the middle of a crowded city. The air here becomes cold unexpectedly, no matter how hot the outside is. At night, the entire atmosphere changes. The silence becomes so deep that it feels like a sound in itself. And in this silence, strange sounds can be heard, as if someone is crying far away, as if someone is breathing behind the trees. Local people, especially those who have lived here for decades, avoid entering the forest after evening. They have many spine-chilling stories. One story is of Ramesh, a watchman from the 1990s who guarded a bungalow in Aarey. Ramesh used to say that every night around 2 a.m., he heard the sound of water falling from behind the bungalow, as if a tap was open. But whenever he checked, everything was shut. One night, the sound was so loud it felt like an overflowing water tank. He gathered courage, took a torch, and went outside. The ground was completely dry. No water at all. But the sound continued. Then he realized the sound was coming from the trees. When he looked up, he saw a white flash, a blurry shape staring at him. Ramesh quit his job after that night. He said, "That wasn't the sound of water. It was someone crying." Then there's the story of a young couple from 2005. They went to Aarey for an afternoon walk and lost their way. Their phone network completely vanished. As evening approached, they saw an old woman sitting under a tree, waving at them. They went toward her to ask for help. But as soon as they got closer, the woman disappeared. Terrified, they ran. While running, they heard laughter behind them. Not an old woman's laugh, but a child's giggle. After hours of wandering, they finally found their way out. When they later told locals about the old woman, the locals replied, "She wasn't a woman. She is the spirit that guards this forest. She misleads people." These are not just stories. Aarey Colony's darkest and most documented incident is linked to the 26/11 attacks. On that night, when Mumbai was shaken, two terrorists, Ismail Khan and Hafiz Arshad, were hiding inside Aarey Colony. They used the dense forest to escape and reportedly made a temporary hideout near a reservoir. Imagine how Aarey Colony must have felt that night. The whole city was in terror. Gunshots echoed everywhere. And in this dark, silent forest, two dangerous terrorists were hiding. In the silence of the jungle, their breaths and movements. Did the spirits of the forest see them? Did they feel they weren't alone? Only they would know. But 26/11 added yet another dark layer to Aarey's mysterious aura. It became a place where one of the darkest human acts temporarily took shelter. Does negative energy form because of human deeds? If yes, what happened to Aarey that night? But the most terrifying and documented case of Aarey Colony is the 2005 murder. This case made Aarey infamous across the country as a haunted and mysterious place. The story begins with a 13-year-old girl, Aditi Jain. Aditi was part of a joint family living in Aarey Colony. On the night of May 4th, 2005, she was sleeping in her room. Around 2 a.m., someone silently cut the window grill, entered the room, and stabbed her to death. Shockingly, her parents, grandparents, and uncle were all inside the house that night. But no one heard anything. No screams, no noise, as if the killer was a ghost who passed through the walls. Police discovered that the killer had taken an extremely strange route. He climbed onto the roof, slid down a pipe, cut through another window grill, and reached Aditi's room. The route was so risky and complicated that an ordinary thief couldn't have done it. It seemed the killer's only motive was to murder Aditi, not theft. As investigations progressed, one name surfaced: Manish Punja. Manish was the business partner of Aditi's father, Vijay Jain. Police suspected Vijay himself had ordered his daughter's murder because of a large insurance policy in Aditi's name, and Vijay was going through financial trouble. But due to lack of evidence, both were acquitted. Aditi's murder remains unsolved to this day. But this incident left a deep scar on Aarey Colony's soul. People started saying, Aditi's spirit still roams Aarey. Some claim to see a small girl in white wandering the forest. Some heard her crying. Is it just fear? Or does the soul of a young girl, whose life ended painfully and mysteriously, truly linger here? Did her despair become part of the forest's negative energy? Aditi's case made Aarey not just a haunted place, but a land where human evil showed its darkest form. And maybe that's what makes Aarey so scary. It's not just spirits that wander here. It's the buried secrets of humans, too. Aarey Colony's story isn't just about ghosts. It's a metaphor. It represents the war between nature and development. It echoes the screams of those sacrificed in the name of progress. It carries the secrets humans buried, and it shelters those souls who never found peace. Today, Aarey Colony is again in the headlines because of the Mumbai metro shed controversy. Trees are being cut once more. The battle between development and nature continues. And somewhere deep inside, a question still remains. Are we repeating the same mistake? Are we reopening an old wound? Are we angering the soul of this land again? Many secrets are buried in Aarey's soil, some of nature, some of history, some of humans, and some that no one dares name. Next time you search for a quiet escape from Mumbai's chaos, you might think of visiting Aarey Colony. But remember, its greenery isn't just trees. Its silence isn't just the absence of sound. And its darkness isn't just the lack of light. This is a world that runs parallel to ours, and sometimes only very special or very unfortunate people see the curtain between the two. Would you want to be one of them? Friends, maybe this story of Aarey Colony has ended, but the secrets of this forest never do. The fear of a place isn't created by its stories, but by the pain buried in its soil for years. Sometimes human mistakes leave such deep scars that even nature doesn't forget. Friends, if you ever visit the greenery of Aarey, remember, every tree, every shadow, every silence is saying something. Some stories we hear, and some keep watching us. We'll meet again with another true, dark, and mysterious story. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.